Second game of the series, OMGPOP went with a quick 9-minute victory against AngryHorizon, and there's no shame in that. He beat Jeslin in 8 minutes, so no shame in that at all. Games against OMGPOP have a tendency to be quite quick. If anything, it's a credit to Captain Price and Red Wings for taking him to such long games. It does not seem to be easy. He has such an aggressive style. Very hard to deal with, it seems, for most players. Somebody's got to be able to find a hole in this strategy. Maybe AngryHorizon will have a little bit better luck. As Osther, we're going to see OMGPOP playing as Soviets, possibly for the first time ever? I don't know if I've ever seen him play Soviets in Starcross Kings. I don't know. My memory's failing me again. He's all about US forces, though, so Soviets. Let's take a look at his loadout. We've got Shock Rifle, Tank Hunter, Shock Rifle, Tank Hunter, and Guard Motor Coordination. Maybe he's been experimenting with the Tank Hunter PTRS on the conscripts a little bit. We've heard some rumblings that might be a little on the overpowered side. Let's see if he puts that to use. We saw Cruz try to use it against him. He won the game before the PTRSs could ever be fielded, though, so we didn't really get a particularly good dose of that. AngryHorizon has fielded Festung, Spearhead, and Elite Troops. So OMGPOP has not locked a commander in as the instant the game begun, which he normally does. He's normally like, boom, I know what commander I want to know exactly what I'm going to do, no doubt in my mind. This game he's actually going to wait a little while. Wait and think about exactly what strategy he wants to employ. So we're seeing some uncharacteristic behavior from OMGPOP this game. A little curious about what's going to happen. AngryHorizon going with Festung, Spearhead, Elite Troops. So yeah, I don't know. If you were going to pick Elite Troops, might have considered getting it really quick, early, for the troop training. We're going to see some pretty weird capping pattern here from AngryHorizon as well, skipping past the strategic points by his base to do this really aggressive push straight towards OMGPOP's area right here. His piles will be forced to retreat without capping any territory in the initial engagement, which is going to kind of hurt his resource income here in the beginning. Strategic point being backcapped by Grenadiers. MG42 getting into this defensive location here, jumping into that house. Conscripts taking control of the strategic point there. And OMGPOP's going to go with the 4 conscript opening. No tech structures yet. Combat engineers making their way from strategic point to the building again. Interesting. Conscripts being engaged by Grenadiers. Oorah into the building, trying not to take too much damage. They do take a pretty decent amount before making it to the safety of that building. Grenadiers is going to engage them from range. If they hop into some green cover, probably be able to win that engagement over time, especially with superior numbers and MG42 support. Conscripts on the left side. 2 conscript squads, in fact, have taken control of pretty much all territory. And he skipped completely past the munitions point, rather preferring to keep his conscripts in range to support each other. Does not take the munitions point. And will protect this cutoff with these 2 conscript squads for now while he continues to work on this engagement over here. Grenadiers forcing the conscripts from the building. I'll jump back inside when the Grenadiers get into close range, but they have very low health. Only 2 now remaining. He's not going to be able to hold this for long. Support's on its way, but it's probably not going to get there in time to preserve building control. Squad has to retreat, and he will lose control of this house. Grenadiers moving up to engage. Gonna see an attempt at a cutoff maneuver here. Pyo's heading straight for the cutoff point there on the left side. Grenadiers moving to engage these conscripts. Nice flank by the 2 conscripts on the left as well. They catch the machine gun way out of position. That's gonna get stolen. Perfectly executed flank. Look at the timing. Wow. Full squad of Grenadiers also just got wiped down here by a Molotov cocktail, probably not being monitored. OMGPOP has now stolen a machine gun, wiped a Grenadier squad. Nice cutoff on the left by those Pyos, though. And the remaining 2 Grenadier squads will be forced to retreat. Both brought to extremely low health. He's already off to a just terrible start. I don't know how that could have possibly gone worse for him. Losing that MG42 to OMGPOP might be one of the worst things that can possibly happen. Conscripts moving up to take control of the strategic point right here. Man, just in the blink of an eye, that engagement was going so well, and suddenly it all just was not going well at all. Just everything evaporated so quick. Conscripts taking control of this strategic point. Combat engineers are going to grab the fuel, probably also the munitions over there. OMGPOP has reconnected these strategic points. It doesn't care about the left side territories that much. Sending 1 squad of conscripts. But anyway, it's irrelevant. Doesn't matter. The game is over. And AngryHorizon will concede. GG. Allies win. With no commander even selected before we even made it to 2 command points. 5-minute 48-second victory.